your face.
What do you think, Instagram? Sup? Dude, guys, we are live on Twitch. I'm live on Instagram too. Because
But tell them we're about to start recording the podcast so you can't talk to them anymore.
We're about to start recording the podcast. So you guys are going to keep seeing me, but I'm going to be talking to Skylar. Join in over here, the negotiator. See ya, Coos. Love you, man.
Oh, we could do it like this. We could do Big Anthony. No, let's do normal Anthony. All right.
I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to play the intro. Are you leading us in or am I? I will. Fuck it.
Okay.
What's this? What are we doing? Week 2 of what was it? Was it cosmetic? What was the name of the expression? Yep.
Right, guys. We're going live on Twitch. We will see you later. Jump in if you want to follow along. You should. Here's the link. One more time. Oh, dude, you know what? I'm not even recording. Good thing we...
I know, because we haven't started yet.
End video. Share to IGTV. Yes.
You're sharing that entire stream to IGTV?
Oh, not IGTV. I wanted stories. Maybe that'll just happen anyway. Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm ready. You ready?
I need my phone.
I'm going to hit the play button. I'm going to do it.
Okay, I need to start my recording.
Okay, I'm starting my recording now.
Me too.
All right, I'm playing the intro now.
Shit. Oh, shit. Wait.
Just kidding. Stopping my recording now.
Okay, I think I started my recording.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to play the intro, then I'm going to start my recording. So I don't have a bunch of dead space. I guess it doesn't matter because you're going to have it too.
This is Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Spartan 117. Welcome to Quality Time, the KO Koala Entertainment Podcast. Anthony and Skylar will take it from here. Master Chief, out.
Hello, and welcome to Quality Time. I'm Skylar Sokol.
And I am Anthony Nicolosi.
Yes, you are. And this week we are talking about Expression Part 2.
Can't wait.
We're going to talk about some feedback from some content, but I need to announce that this week is our first time doing the podcast live on Twitch. For people listening, that probably doesn't matter, but if you want to check it out, we'll probably be doing this regularly, I imagine, now if it works well. So you can see us on Twitch doing the podcast live, see our faces, see Anthony's weird facial expressions he makes when he yells stuff. Like, it'll be sick. He's making a really weird, scrunchy face right now, for example. Anyway, moving on. So
a good one.
Yeah. So what do you got for us? What you want to start us off with something for our discussion?
So to recap for the listeners who didn't hear what part 1 was all about, we talked last week about expression in games, which the inspiration, once again, needs to get shout out, comes from the magnificent Jesse Shell.
Anthony's best friend.
Yes, I hope. And The Art of Game Design, his book, The Art of Game Design, A Book of Lenses. One of his lenses that he talks about in game design is expression. And more or less the conversation revolved around in-game customization, the various implementations of it, how modern day studios can go about doing it in a way that doesn't totally piss off their audience. So some of the monetization strategies, etc. We touched on what Valorant's doing, which is actually one of the pieces of content that we had this week on Instagram. So good conversation all around. Yeah, let's start there.
Okay.
We created a post just kind of highlighting how epic. Sorry, not epic. How Valorant's cosmetic purchase plan is genius.
Different 4-letter company name.
Riot Games. So basically, right, Skylar, correct me if I'm wrong, but all virtual currency purchased during the beta is going to be refunded plus 20% when the game goes live.
Correct, which it goes live on June 2nd, actually. So this is going to happen for real, like later this week. So I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, and we touched on, we put in the post, we highlighted the fact that in our conversation about Valorant, podcast 21, if you haven't checked it out already, one of the things Skylar brought up is like, hey, we've had this beta, are the people who played it going to come back for release, basically?
Yep.
And we think this kind of monetization strategy for the beta is a great way to have people come back. Skylar gave his own experience. I don't know if you want to just briefly summarize it on how you purchase some stuff, etc.
I'm sure it'll come up in talking about the content. So let's just jump right into a post and then I'll talk about it.
Cool. So we told everybody basically what it was, and for sure the consensus was, oh, that is dope. And one little blackout I going as far to say EA should be taking some notes on this.
Ooh, call out to EA, everyone's favorite gaming company.
Yeah. So for sure. Now somebody said I thought this was Fortnite for a second. Somebody in chat, this is your chance to be part of Quality Time. We're going to keep talking, but does Fortnite have something like this active right now where if you purchase something like within a season you get 20% back? Let us know. But we saw a few comments on Instagram about that. Makes me think that might be
a lot of battle passes, Dota, no, not Dota, excuse me, Rocket League, Fortnite, have opportunities for you to earn in-game money throughout the battle pass, such that you could potentially pay for your next battle pass using the money you earned from the previous battle pass, right?
Right.
So I think that might be what they're referring to. And that I think is awesome, and I bet you Valorant will probably do that as well. It'll be interesting to see because on launch of Valorant on Thursday, they are releasing their battle pass. So it'll be interesting to see what that battle pass looks like and how they manage to do it. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. One person, Hezi Chiaberguero. Okay. Damn. I don't know if I spell your name right. We'll tag you. They called it innovational. Do you consider what Valorant's doing right now as innovational?
Innovational. Innovative?
Yeah,
innovative? Yes.
Innovative.
Yes, I do. I think we have to start over.
What, can we go from there? Like, could you keep?
Don't.
Or you don't know?
Let me look. Noki double tapped some button on my keyboard and restarted my recording. Hold on. Actually, I think we're okay. Let me listen back. Anthony's best friend. I said Anthony's best friend. There's more from me. There's more. Okay, we might be all right. We might be okay. Innovative. Okay, yeah. It's right where I said innovative. Starting my recording now. Okay. Yeah, so I think that is innovative for sure, and I think that's one of the reasons it's so appealing because I haven't really seen a company do that before, and it like hook, line, and sinkered me in right away there. I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll buy skins. I get more money back, and if this is a game I'm going to play, why not, right? Like, it's a free-to-play game, and I definitely have never minded supporting free-to-play developers, like, if the game is good. So, yeah, sure. It's definitely innovative, and I imagine more companies will do it following this because I imagine it worked. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to... The other, like, thing we didn't touch on directly, but you get it... I think you said you bought the purple skins. I'm calling purple, but you know what I mean? Like the purple styled ones. And theoretically, if you didn't like them or you came to love another one during the beta, when the game releases, you could get another one.
Or they're going to release new ones come launch that could be better, or I could like more that I can buy as well, right? Like now I can just sit on my like hordes of cash until the shit I really like comes out.
Yeah, if they were, hopefully this would probably fall more under manipulative, kind of EA style, if you will. Ooh. But Activision style for sure. What if they release brand new skins that weren't in the beta, and all the beta ones get hidden away for like season 2? So when season 2 comes back, you're like, yeah, I gotta buy those. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, Activision would totally do that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. Innovative, very innovative. And Cold Kai 1 says, hey, it's a good investment then. Did you feel like that was a good investment?
I mean, that's basically what it is, right? I know you have some vague interest in the stock market. If I told you if you get invested in my company, you were guaranteed 20% on your investment no matter what happened.
No,
right?
Yeah.
It's a done deal as long as it's something you care, like you're interested in spending your money on, right? So.
Yep. Well, they still keep the stuff they bought. So one person did ask, Jan Chai Gikalis. These are hard dudes. You guys gotta get some more simple Instagram handles. Will they still keep the stuff they bought? I just got the game, so I'm wondering. So just for those,
no. So you don't keep the stuff you bought.
You don't keep the stuff. That would be super bang for
that'd
your
be
buck.
insane. That would be dumb on Riot's part.
Feeling.
Yeah.
So Alpha Samus. That's how I'm gonna say.
Nice.
I don't know if he meant that, but that's what I'm gonna say. Honestly, it's not that bad because I thought you'd have to pay for it again more. Just like he thought the next time he understood that the next time when the game actually released for like fully, he'd have to pay for it again and it'd be more, and it was just cheaper because it's the beta. So it might have sounded like almost he had the messaging wasn't totally
actually that's a really
developed.
interesting statement. I've had a lot of people I've talked to in game where I've mentioned that too that didn't even know. So I think the marketing or like the information like output they did about this was not very good. I don't think everyone really knew that this was the case, and so they may have lost a lot of potential buyers because people didn't know about this.
Yes. I wasn't directly in that, world, and so I can't really give my opinion on it, but yeah, it seems like with something that awesome, they would have shouted that shit from the rooftop.
Right, I didn't see streamers mentioning it or anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a new topic, or what? Let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that more or less wraps up the community's thoughts on the Valorant post. So at the end of the last podcast, Skylar threw out great idea, which was we should ask the community what was their favorite in-game customization ever, and we got a ton of feedback on that. But I want to start with you, Skylar. What's your favorite in-game customization item ever?
You go first. Well, so I have a second to think.
What a fucking cheater! I asked him, and he replied.
I know your answer is some Halo helmet, so it's fine.
So, I was thinking it is a Halo helmet, so you were right about that. However, last podcast we talked about how Halo 3 and Halo Reach were like so dope with their systems. For me personally, though, it was a time in my life where I wasn't playing those multiplayer. I was like going through my I'm super cool and I'm too cool to play.
I'm too cool to play with shitty scrub lords online.
I'm just too cool to play video games, period. So I played like the campaign and stuff, but I barely played the multiplayers. Yeah, just so cool. So, even though those systems were awesome, and I think they're awesome, and people were hyped as shit for them, I personally didn't really engage with them. So for me, the coolest in-game customization was, and people in the Halo community, you're going to call me the biggest bitch ever, but is the Halo 4. In Halo 4, if you beat so in all the other Halo games, the Master Chief armor, like his helmet and everything, was just like default. Like you got it, and you could play it in multiplayer up to that point. Sorry, that's not true. Reach, that wasn't true. But like for Halo 1 through 3, that was default. In Halo 4, the only way you could get the Master Chief Mark 6 armor was by beating the campaign on Legendary. So that was double satisfying. I thought it was my favorite armor in the game was the Chief armor. And then on top of that, it felt awesome. We got into that last podcast, but because of the achievement of beating it on Legendary.
Yeah, and getting to show that off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm thinking my favorite in-game cosmetic is probably... I have like a few memories coming to mind of cosmetics that I've really liked. One of my favorites, though, is definitely like my first black market decal in Rocket League.
Which one was it? Do you remember?
I remember getting the Heat Wave. I don't think that was my first one, but that one is the most significant to me in my memory. That was when there weren't that many. There were like 5, right? And Heat Wave was like the rarest one. And so when I got that, I was like super hype. And it was so sick. And they're so rare in Rocket League to get those before.
That was through a crate, right?
Yeah. That was when there were crates. Yeah. So it was so hype. And I loved it. I love Rocket League decals. I think they're so cool. The animated ones, the fact you get to choose the colors, they're just so well made that, it's legit.
Dope. They're super cool.
One other cosmetic item I really like, I'm just going to shout it out, is the dreidel antenna in Rocket League. Love the dreidel antenna because it's great and it's like the only Jewish item they've ever added, but I wear it 100% of the time in hopes that someday they will add another.
They should add one like car topper dreidel that's fucking spinning.
Yeah, for sure, dude. They
With,
totally could, but
blue,
I'm sure they just didn't.
Blue and white particle effect off of it.
Yeah. You make that and send it in.
Okay.
Another game we have. I talked about Dota cosmetics last time and the thing I sold for $350 or whatever and all of that. I honestly don't care that much about Dota cosmetics. Some of the coolest things, though, there are some that are really cool. They during the international,
cool though? That Crimson Blood thing you
it's
said?
Cool. During the international, they released cosmetics that change the your ability animations, and some of those are very cool. But I just your character is much smaller in Dota than it is in Rocket League, so the cosmetic isn't as in your face and whatever. So it's definitely Rocket League cosmetics for me.
I also want to call out in recent memory, I played the Doom 2016 multiplayer beta. Okay, in that beta. I have to stream me playing Doom 2016. Once things settle down a little bit, I will stream. But you could customize all kinds of elements of the game, grit on it, like dirt and stuff. I'm sorry, all kinds of things about the guns. So the dirt on it, scratches on it, effects like lightning effects and stuff on it.
Heck?
Was dope as shit. I thought it was super, 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 super cool. I'm really excited to see if that carried over into Eternal and all that stuff when I finally get around to playing it. But anyway, that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
Doom people.
That's sick.
So here's Marcus Fritz Draws. Marcus the OK on
our boy.
Big man. Number one mercher, that's for sure. Thank you so much for the support.
True.
Dude. He says there's a game called Payday 2.
Oh, Payday 2 is sick.
A robbery game. Yes, he said, has sick mask customization. The possibilities are basically endless.
Interesting. I haven't really messed with that customization much. I've only played the game a few times, but I have vague recollection of people having cool looking masks. I'm assuming it's just an in-depth customization system where you can put decals on it and text and color and whatever you want. That's sick.
I'm not familiar with it myself, but yeah, it sounds like he said you could really go deep on it. He said he preferred messing around with his character, so he didn't go the full gamut, but he thought it was awesome.
That's sick.
Let's see. Genie U 2006 custom emblems in Call of Duty. So I actually didn't know that you could make custom emblems in Call of Duty, but I think that's pretty dope.
That is cool, especially if the way they're made is easy to use and you can really do cool stuff with it. That sounds sick. You could just draw whatever you want basically, and then they use their automatic profanity filter or something to get rid of it. I don't know.
I'm guessing those COD kids, for sure, throwing some dicks around.
Exactly. I'm thinking about the Smash Bros where they had to ban tons of people who were just or Mario Maker. Yeah.
My freaking brother-in-law, he comes over to play Smash, and you know who he is because he's always boobs. He's some boobs
his
name.
With
the
of course.
Or whatever.
Yeah, there's actually this huge meme in Mario Maker troll levels, which we talked about a while ago, where at some point in the level you just have something in the shape of a dick, and Nintendo doesn't ban it or some shit.
What? So Togruta, I'm sorry if your name sounds cooler when you say it, but Togruta said Ivara Prime from Warframe. Now,
Warframe is very popular.
a few people sent me pictures of Warframe stuff in DMing it on Instagram, and it's some cool and fucked up shit. It's creepy.
Really?
I mean, it's not weird, but it's kind of creepy, nasty kind of stuff. So in Halo, when they go ham on the flood stuff, the infected parasite kind of things, gives me a similar vibe to this. But so Warframe, for those of you who love it.
All right.
Bogman says, For Honor, a game where an edgy knight with mascara and way too many spikes on their sword and shield can stand next to a Roman in shining gold armor playing a flute as rainbows appear behind him, and it looks totally natural.
That's a good comment. I'm laughing not because of that, but because I have currently been in the last week week and a half in an epic saga of trying to get For Honor to work on my computer. My friend bought it for me for my birthday, and it crashes on startup, and I have been interacting with Ubisoft support on a daily basis, having them tell me to do the most ridiculous bullshit on my computer to try and get For Honor to work. The most recent one was, you should run this RAM test utility overnight, and if it doesn't work, you should buy more expensive RAM and replace it, because your RAM is probably the thing breaking the game.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? Excuse me?
I don't know if you're in here to be or not, Toby, but he was just on Instagram Live with us right before we jumped in, and he was saying he was asking what possible cons are there to PC gaming. PC gaming's awesome, I told him, but one thing is like I have never even gotten remotely close to calling Ubisoft support for shit on my Xbox.
If your game doesn't work on PC and the developer is not like a good like developer, like a small developer that cares about the community, you are fucked. In my message to them, I was like, hey, is there a possibility I could get in touch with like someone familiar with the development of the PC version of For Honor so I could talk to them? I'm a professional software developer. Like, I'd be happy to get on a call with you, whatever, that we could do this faster. Their literal response was, we have no communication with the development team. Sorry, this is going wrong for you. Sorry, this hasn't worked. Can you send me a new MS info from your computer so I can see if anything's changed? And I'm just like,
Did you pay for it?
My friend did.
Shit, dude. That's.
I mean, I'm gonna either refund it or tell them to give me my money back, whatever. But I mean, I want it to work. Like, I want to play that game. So
yeah.
And I've Googled it a ton. It's like been a known issue since the beta of the game like 5 years ago and was never fixed. One of the possible solutions, which I think is hilarious. I know this is a bit of a tangent, but the funniest possible solution that I've read is that the game has to be installed on your C drive, the drive where your OS is installed. Otherwise, it won't work.
Yeah, because the code's got some relative path to some link to some dynamic library or some shit.
I thought exactly. I'm just like, hell no. My 128 gigabyte SSD is not getting a 100 gigabyte game on it. Sorry.
Yeah, I hope you have an SSD on your C drive. If not, you're getting fucked them. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, moving on from that. That guy triggered me by mentioning For Honor. Sorry.
But that was a fun. I laughed at that comment.
That comment was great. That comment was hilarious. Yeah.
Yes, Bogman. Tucker Kraus, Halo Reach. So this is here we go.
Some of your Halo boys.
Was really well done. You didn't pay money for skins, as I mentioned before. He verifies. You didn't pay money for skins. You worked and earned every little piece of armor to fully customize your Spartan. Elite customizations were okay because you had elites like not Spartans like the aliens. You could be the alien like avatar if you wanted to. Those customizations weren't as awesome, but having multiple to choose from was at least cool. Could have been done better. Tucker Kraus says.
I see.
Again, just want to reemphasize that was really cool of Reach. Like everything you did gave you some amount of like virtual currency that had to be used to unlock the item. So you really
sick,
felt, you really felt, and it also had all of the like weekly, challenges, achievements that when unlocking gave you more credits. So
it's just really good progression system to make you feel like you're progressing. Yeah, I have to shout out Call of Duty Warzone. I've actually been playing that recently, if you want to know. I let it take up 106 gigabytes on my computer. The progression in that game is really cool.
Warzone is 100.
Just Warzone. My friend who bought the full game, if you install it on PC, you can't just install Warzone, and it's 210 gigabytes.
Holy fuck. That's crazy.
It's insane.
That doesn't even fit on your fucking SSD.
It sure doesn't. But yeah, anyway, the progression in that game is really good. In Call of Duty, I remember playing like Modern Warfare 2 a while ago and stuff. It's always had really good progression. Like you unlock shit constantly with your guns, with your like character, with your kills. Like everything's unlocking constantly.
Very addicting. Yeah.
Which is very like satisfying.
Did you hear that, community? Lots of people in the community. I would say the game that we get requested to play the most that we don't like actively play is definitely Call of Duty.
Really?
So,
I mean, I would play Warzone anytime. It's fun. There's compared to Valorant where the guns actually have recoil. It's pretty satisfying to just be able to point at someone and hold down left click and not have to move my mouse up or down and they just die.
I think that's why so many people love it. Just Ghost Recon Wildlands from Josh R. Another one that he loves. His favorite cosmetic from it is cloths. So sweet cloths.
Cloth?
Shout out Ghost Recon Wildland cloths. Probably cart customization in Mortal Kombat 7, says Seth Richard 22. We had a few Mortal Kombat call-outs here. 7, 10.
Yeah, so NetherRealm and Bandai Namco, two companies that have been very well known for their customization in fighting games. Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Soul Calibur have had some amazing customization. If you just Google like Soul Calibur and then any character name in the world, not from Soul Calibur, just anything, any cartoon character, any whatever, there will be someone who made a customized character of that character in Soul Calibur, and it looks legit as fuck because the customization in that game is so deep. And I think Mortal Kombat is similar. You have a lot of customization that can make the characters look very cool. It's definitely not as freeform as the Soul Calibur customization, but the Mortal Kombat cosmetics are very cool looking.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I don't have any personal experience with it, but lots of people vouching for Mortal Kombat in the comments on our Instagram post. I want to call out Luis.mtj. Was another Halo. He's just Halo. I asked him what's his favorite cosmetic ever. He said it was one from Halo 5 called Helljumper. But the reason why I want to focus on it is because I asked him. He said, because he made the point to say Helljumper from Halo 5, like just eventually getting it was cool. And if you remember last podcast, I said all of Halo 5's cosmetics were locked behind the Rec RNG crate loot system.
Yes.
Like literally outside of like 3 armor sets, everything was through the random drops.
RNG, yeah.
And I asked him, how do you feel about the fact that almost all the armors were locked behind the Rec system? And Luis says, hated it. Capitals. Hated it. I unlocked Helljumper probably relatively recently thanks to quarantine. And quarantine's kind of warped my sense of time, but after roughly 85 in-game days, I unlocked it.
Oh my god!
Are you fucking kidding me? Like there was some armors in Halo 5 where I loved playing Halo anyway, so I didn't care. But like there were other people who were like trying to get it. The Halo 2 battle rifle was an infamous one. My brother-in-law, they were like trying to unlock it to use in Warzone. Fucking like, anyway. Just to say, another they vouch for that being frustrating as fuck and shitty.
So maybe time for one more topic. You got another topic for us?
So the last topic that we could talk about, honestly, I think we can move past it. It was basically the community's thoughts around Halo 5 armors, the poopy and the
okay.
And there were some interesting conversations around that, but yeah. I think community, we hear you loud and clear. Thank you guys for your feedback over on Instagram.
Always.
I'm going to be scrolling through to see if I can find this one last one. But what do you have some closing thoughts on from your part?
Well, so expression is a really interesting thing, right? Because for some people, it is the main reason they're playing the games they're playing, right? Like they want this expression, they want this cool customization. They want to feel immersed in the game either by customizing their character so it feels like them, or customize their character so it just feels like really cool to them. And that's something like they made. And I think that is like a really important concept, right? Because some people are cool with just being like a nameless protagonist who is whatever, right? But I think it's hard to say that there are people who wouldn't be happier if they could say, this is what I want this character to look like, right? Like, I think that appeals to almost everyone, and it's just like a thing that you want in games if you can. Some sort of way to make the character your own, even if it's really simple, change the color palette, something like that.
Yeah. You know, the last thing I'll probably say, 2 last things, are examples from Bungie. So in Halo Reach, you were not Master Chief, you were another Spartan, and technically how you customized them showed up in the actual game, right? So like in game cutscenes, your Spartan was wearing its armor and all that stuff, right? This carried over to Destiny. So in Destiny is similar. Obviously, you're always yourself. There's no like default character, if you will. But you're basically in Destiny 2, you don't talk. Your character doesn't talk. So literally your expression, your in-game customization has to carry your entire the expressiveness. For those who are not watching on stream, you are missing out on Skylar's cat Noki turning off the lights, or attempting to, on him. Hopefully it's actually a switch to the plug that his router is connected to, and this will end much more hilariously abruptly than
she's just like trying to like claw up the wall. Maybe she saw a bug or something. If there's a bug on the wall, she just like goes ham. She'll even go to the point where she'll just meow at a bug that's too high for her to get until I pick her up by her back legs, pull her up to it so she can attack it with her front legs, like from wherever I'm holding her.
Dude, all these moths. Have you had a fuck ton of moths?
I don't think I've had a single moth in my apartment since I moved in here.
It has been insane at my old house where we just moved out, and not as bad up here, or down here, whatever, down south, but like there's been moths everywhere. I saw something on Weather Channel that like all these crazy insects are coming out.
Mothmageddon.
Mothmageddon. First the plague and then the famine, baby. End of time.
Death of the firstborn. You and I are fucked.
Can we fight angels to determine if we win, if we live?
I don't think that's how that works.
No. Yeah.
Anyway, all about the lamb blood. Anyway.
This has been quite the episode. If you are right now in stream and you listen regularly, we'd love to get your hot take. Is this better or what? I think this is definitely enjoyable.
Yeah, this is fun.
We'll probably continue to do this. And what we'll try and do next time is have a more set time so that we can advertise it out to you guys a little earlier so that you guys know when we're going on.
Yeah. For sure, and maybe we can make it more consistent on a weekly basis. A consistent time, we'll do that. It'll be cool to do a podcast live where we're talking about a brand new topic. I think these community feedback episodes are cool, but we don't always get to go that deep into conversations in them, so I'll be excited to go pretty deep in and on stream so we could potentially even get some live feedback from the chat about stuff we're talking about.
There you go. See, Links Potter, YouTube, Links the Man, England, Mr. England. What's up, dude? He says, yes, better, way better, he says. TV Gaming says, way better, bro.
Okay, good. All right, I think we end this before it goes off the rails. Where can people find us?
You can find us. You can go to KO Koala.
You can find us right now at twitch.tv/KO Koala_ENT.
Right now we are streaming. This is getting streamed on Twitch, KO Koala_ENT.
Well, not right now. When you're listening, it will be in the past, but yes.
You never know. KO Koala_ENT on Twitch. Also on Instagram, also on Twitter. Come join up. But holy shit, join the Discord. The easiest way to do it is find one of our social media profiles or our website, kokoalaentertainment.com, and click the link to join. We're on the last week of our first Discord giveaway that is hooked into the idle game that we have running in our server that revolves around Agora Institute, a very important entity in the universe of our upcoming game. So you get a sneak peek of the universe of our game. You get to actually influence the direction some of these things go in universe as we approach the release of the game. And on top of that, you can win shit. You have way better chances of winning prizes in the Discord giveaway than you do on Instagram, where we have like 16,000 comments on the current Xbox controller giveaway. Your chances are rather low compared to Discord especially. So join the Discord. And most of all, it's because the community is dope as fuck. It's a really good, awesome group of people, and you can talk to us directly in there. Me and Skylar, Josh, we're in there all the time. You can ping us. We'd love to talk to you about whatever. And yeah, it's a good time.
Yep. Cool. Well, thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll be back next week.
I'll see you.
Goodbye.